Welcome back to the Hustle Unfiltered podcast hosted by Kayla Serta and Jackson Mansudi,
where we dive into raw, unfiltered conversations about training, health, and fitness while navigating the challenges of life and business in our 20s.
Welcome back, guys.
Do you have a mic on?
Yeah, it's in here.
I didn't see. What's happening?
I need my phone.
Oh no. Technical difficulties already.
Got my notes on there.
Well, you're leading the podcast, so lead away.
Prep update. That's how we start all the episodes. We're like...
We've got to debrief ourselves in the beginning, you know?
Yeah, of course. Well, 8 weeks and a half out from my first show now. So this is week 11 of prep. I am on a high day today, so we have energy. I just ate 100 grams of rice and it felt so good.
It was, I would say it's a considerably bigger portion than what we've seen over the past few weeks.
Definitely.
It was a human-sized portion.
I'm actually full. Like, my stomach is like, oh, that's a lot of food in our system right now. So that was nice, but it's been a much better week than last week, I feel like, in terms of just navigating my energy and making sure I can still show up to the best of my abilities. And I redeemed myself in my leg session yesterday. Slay.
Do you want to elaborate on that leg session?
Well, I went for 30 kilos.
Well, we obviously heard last week, right?
Last week was obviously a week. And
Outlier.
we went into the session yesterday and I was just like, just see where you land. Like, no expectations of doing anything crazy. And I did my warm-ups. They were feeling a bit funky because it's the cold weather and my joints do not get along. So that was already a bit questionable. Yeah, I'm sure everyone feels the same. So I did like 30 kilos. I got, I think, 10 reps and that was pretty good. And then I was going to do the same weight again. And then Jackson sneakily put 2.5 kilos on as I was setting up. And even when I did the set, I was like, fuck, this is heavy. Like, that's a big difference from set one. I was like, I
don't think you understand how much my heart was beating at that point in time. Because I was like, if she fucks up right now, this is my fault. So I was like, I'm not letting her fail this. I was like, she needs to get at least 8 reps. Otherwise, I'm a terrible boyfriend and I probably will go home without a partner.
Well, you could have just taken that weight off and I wouldn't even know, to be fair.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
But we did that set and literally in the set, I was like, I'm not doing this weight for the next set. Like, I'm stripping it back because this feels fucked. And I genuinely thought you were helping me for like all 4 reps, like the last 4 reps of that set. I thought you literally were picking it up.
No, I literally, I had 2 fingers on it. It wasn't a lot. It's weird though, because I feel like you can actually feel that. Even just that little bit,
yeah,
you can kind of feel it, or you can't differentiate what you're actually doing yourself, and how much someone is helping you. Because having someone there makes such a difference mentally as well.
Yeah,
because you're just like, well, I know that if I don't get this, someone's going to help me get out of it. But you also they're like, oh, I didn't help you, but like, did you?
Yeah, no, that's literally what I thought. I was like, I swear to God, you did the last 4 reps for me because they were hard and they were challenging, but they also moved okay. So I was like...
I saw the 3rd rep and I was like, fuck, I'm fucked up here.
No, I was determined to get the 8. I was like, it has to be done. And I was just like, I'm dropping the weight the next set, fuck this. And then we get off and he's like, look. And then I saw he added 2.5 and I was like, oh my God, slay. So conquered that. And then I dropped it down to 30 again for the last set. And I think I got 10 or 11 reps. I don't know, you told me to go for 1 more and I did 1 more and I was like, no, we're getting 1 more. So I think I got 10.
Yeah.
So
I was quite impressed by that.
We redeemed ourselves yesterday and that gave me the confidence to absolutely conquer the rest of my day. Like,
good.
When I got that, I was like, yeah, this is how this day is rolling. We're good.
This is a good time to reflect. I mean, I would say your intensity has been up to par.
Yep.
How's mine been?
His has gotten better. What? I say it's good. It has gotten better.
Yeah, no, it has. It's just like you're saying it wasn't good before.
No, I'm saying, but the standard that we have, it's gotten better. Those last few reps yesterday, they were grindy.
Do you think they'll get to your training will get to a point where you probably can't, or sorry, not that you can't. It's probably not wise to push the intensity as much as you are now.
Like in prep?
Yeah.
I mean, if Jason tells me no.
Yeah. Look, to be fair though, I still pushed it right up until I think you can.
Honestly, one of the things I thought about before I even decided to do a comp And like I'd watch other people do their preps and like in peak week when it's like, okay, strip the weight back, like it's like pump sessions. I'm like, I could never do that. Fuck that. I just want to keep training hard.
I still like, because I remember asking Jason when I did mine, like the week of, or at least when I was still like depleting and I wasn't actually carving up yet. He was like, just train normally. He's like, don't bury yourself, but he's like, train normally.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, okay. So I think you probably still could, especially like if you're a natural lifter, I feel like you could.
Yeah. I think for me, I just need to get okay and be okay with you're still training with a high intensity. You are actually a smaller human. So if the weight isn't the same you were lifting when you were 8 kilos lighter or 8 kilos heavier, like you're still training with that intensity.
I'm going to remind you of that in our
please.
session.
Please, because that's where that's my biggest like struggle.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, well, it's not a heavier weight or it's not more reps, so I'm failing, which is not true. And I would tell my clients that's also not true if they said that to me. But for me, I need to also tell myself that.
Yeah, well, like you're literally, there is less surface area that you take up, therefore you will not be able to lose weight. Because even like just from a geometric perspective of like how you actually hold weight and in a position, like you have less cushion. Like there's less, like you probably have more.
I can feel there's less cushion because things are starting to hurt when I'm sitting down. Things don't feel comfortable on certain machines.
How's being on the toilet?
Toilet hasn't kicked in yet, thank God. But yeah, that's something. But even yesterday before I went into that first set, I was like, Kayla, you literally worked up to 30 kilos when you were 60 kilos. You are now so much lighter than that. And you're still doing 30 kilos. And I think that also gave me that like, yeah, we're good.
Yeah, because when you were building in Bali, we had that same pendulum squat. So
I didn't even, did I do 30? I think I did 30 in Bali, but I got 2 reps.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Because I did a story on it when we started training at Crew Fit, because I was like, that's the progress I made. And I'm 2 weeks into prep and I'm getting more reps than I did.
Yeah. I need to actually go look at those videos and see what I was doing because I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Because I was building at that time too, but obviously probably significantly stronger now.
Yeah, for sure.
So overall though, to finish off that recap, happy this week?
We're happy this week. Feeling good. Definitely feeling lean. I've also got more food, so I'm slaying.
Very good. Well, I have more food as well.
Yeah, he does have.
I'm eating
like 3 times the amount I'm eating.
3,885 calories, which is a lot of food. I call it my Mount Everest lunch, which is literally 250 grams of raw basmati rice.
Which is it's like 600 grams cooked.
Yeah, it's like 500 grams cooked, yeah.
We have like a big bowl and our bowls really show who's in what phase of their physique journey. And we have a big mountain bowl that I was using for my pasta when I was building. And now that bowl is his bowl for all his meals.
Every single meal.
But the bowl is covered with this much rice and then like a slither of chicken on top.
It's like, it's 120 grams of chicken.
Yeah.
Cooked.
Yeah.
But yeah, so more food this week. Weight kind of dropped down, surprisingly. And we increased the food. We are getting huge, but yeah, it's definitely a very different feeling having to consciously eat so much food. Something that I haven't had to do for a very long time. Because even last time when I was building the first push phase post-show and the second one when we got back from Bali, it still wasn't like a massive amount of food. It was like 3,300 calories, like pretty easy to put down. Whereas like now it's a significant amount. So getting used to that, it's just a feeling of feeling full all the time is something to manage. So trying to, obviously I've made so many manipulations to my diet recently for multiple reasons, but also for like digestion. Like I stopped doing oats because it's just like too much. It's too heavy. So I had cream of rice this morning and I'll have it at nighttime as well. And I definitely feel like that sits a lot better.
Yeah.
So just navigating those things, I feel like when you're building, digestion's like the number one thing you have to focus on.
Yeah.
But we are also slaying very well.
Slay.
Feel bigger.
Yeah. Looking bigger.
Oh, thanks. It's the compliment that I needed today.
Yeah.
Words of affirmation.
Yes. You look bigger.
What are we talking about today, Kayla? Serta, coach?
So I think it's a very relevant topic because one, we're both chasing some goals personally. we also have a lot of these conversations with our clients. I know I've had a lot of conversations about goals with new clients, you know, why they're pursuing these goals, and also like the behavioral and habit changing or shifts to make to get there. And same for yourself. I know you have this conversation when you have new clients come on and speak to them throughout their journey. So I think it's really important to actually like speak about it a little bit more, because I think this is where a lot of people can go wrong when they are chasing goals is, you know, on the days where it is hard or when it's cold outside and, you know, they don't feel motivated to go do the thing. It's like, well, what's the reason behind why you're doing it in the first place? And that being the driver to get you out of bed or to show up in your session, it's the last thing you want to do, or to cook the meals. So I think it's really important to have that conversation, and not only just from a goal perspective, but like setting these standards and holding yourself to a standard because you fucking are a human that gets to eat, gets to train, gets to move their body. Like actually looking at it outside of just the goal, but also like your basic human needs. Because I think we can sometimes get stuck on the idea that I do this for this, but it's like I do this for this, but also I'm also a human that needs food, water, movement.
Yeah, like
to survive.
basic things like necessities as a human being.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I was talking to a client earlier before, and he's like, this is like the best I've felt mentally in a while. And he's like, I never thought that like training, nutrition, and just all these things would really help me as much as they do. And I'm like to him, I'm like, bro, if more people locked in on their physique and like actually made improvements to their habits, the world would be such a better place. Because it teaches you so much, I think. And even if your goal isn't to compete, or like you just want to feel better and you just want to look better, you will learn a lot in that process about who you are and why you do things, and the type of person you are, even a lot about the people you hang around with, just from wanting to be a better, healthier human.
Yeah. Yeah.
What experiences have you had in this?
Like with something that I think I've noticed a lot in the last few years of pursuing these goals, but also when like before I even started prep, is like how much I use these tools or these like boxes I tick as a way of just living. Like before I got into all of this, you know, I did a lot of challenges. I did a lot of fat loss phases and whatever, but I would only ever change my habits for those phases. Like I would only ever eat healthy because I wanted to lose weight, not because my body thrives with nutrients and quality food sources and all those sorts of things. Like it was always for that specific outcome, never for longevity in life. And I think that's where a lot of people can stand, and why a lot of people don't keep their results as well, is because they look at it as, this is what I need to do for this moment, not, okay, I am tweaking some things for this goal, but the actual foundation of it is something it's my lifestyle long term.
Yeah.
Or like people being in the gym just to lose the weight or just to build the muscle, and it's coming from a place of, I need to do this for this. It's like, well, no, like training is going to benefit you in multiple different ways outside of that. And like you can just put more of an emphasis of, I'm doing this certain split to build this muscle.
Yeah, well, I even said it in my YouTube video that went horribly wrong. But you haven't done a successful diet phase or a successful diet where you've lost weight if you've put the weight back on. At least like, I mean, if you put like 3 or 4 kilos back on, that's fine. And you've lost 10 kilos.
Yeah.
Like that's fine. But if you've lost 5 kilos and put 4 on, that's not successful.
Yeah.
So that is a prime example of where you've only just adjusted the habits for that short-term goal, and you haven't actually shifted your lifestyle to a point where this is just now how you live. Whether it's dieting, whether it's building, whether it's wanting, whatever it might be, get stronger, you still need to make some foundational changes to your lifestyle to achieve that goal and keep it.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of comes back to the why.
Yeah.
Well, I think I've kind of asked you this. Like, what is your why?
My why right now for prep is I want to give myself an opportunity to be great at something.
Why?
Because growing up, I always played a lot of sport. I always did so many things and I was good at a lot of things, but I never actually pursued that next level within it. So it's like, you know, I was great at dancing, but I didn't choose to pursue a career in it. Didn't want to, but like didn't take it to that next level. I played netball. I was good at it, but I didn't push myself to go to states for it. All those sorts of things. And
I'd say you was a netball player.
not anymore, but I liked netball, but you can't have nails, so that's out. But like I wouldn't say, you could say I always stayed comfortable in a way. Like I challenged myself, but not to.
You played it safe.
Yeah, like I just like go maybe one step further, but I wouldn't go like that extra mile for it. So and like being in the gym for nearly, what is it, like 8 years now, 9 years. Like I'm good at gym. I can gym. I've done some great things with gym.
Me and Jim
are besties. We are lifelong partners, but what do I, like that next level for me would be doing something like a prep. And it's something that I used to think I could never do. I'd never be able to stick to it. Like all the same things a lot of people say, like don't have the discipline, all that sort of stuff. But from when I made that biggest change, well, the first photo shoot, for example, I've proved to myself up until this point that I can do a lot of these things.
Yeah.
And this is that sort of next level to it, to see what I can truly be capable of. And I want to see it.
Yeah, of course.
Because I feel like if I can get through this, I can, like I did with my session yesterday, I can conquer the world.
Yeah, I like it. I feel like I haven't actually heard that from you firsthand properly.
Clay, you and
A lot of
all of our 50 listeners or whatever it is.
Hey, it's
Get
50
to
more.
hear it.
No, I really like that. And I think not everyone needs to have that deep of a seated sort of trauma or anything like that. But I think they do need to have an underlying reason as to what it is they actually want to achieve long term.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need to hate yourself. You don't need to, I guess, run away from anything. But I think you do just need to have an underlying sort of goal behind just the 5 kilo weight loss or the bigger glutes or the jacked back.
Well, I think it'll evolve over time. Like, I think that's another thing to point out. Like, even something like my mentor says a lot is like, she speaks about when people pursue goals can either be from a place of pain or pleasure.
Yeah.
So it's like my entry point into the gym and my entry point to the first photo shoot was coming from a place of pain.
Yes.
Where I didn't like who I was. I didn't like what I looked like. I wanted to change. I wanted to change my life. And like, I've changed my life. But then what's that next thing that's going to keep me moving forward? Because there's no more trauma I need to dig up to keep me moving forward.
Yeah.
I need to look at it from, okay, we've achieved all this. For me to go to that next level, it's because I want to and I want to see what I can do. Not I suck and I need change.
Yeah, I think you as you said very well, it was like it starts off with something that you don't want to be, and then it becomes something that you just want to be, and that becomes a big enough of a driving reason for you to keep going. Like even myself, it's like I want to live a life where I am above the ordinary, where I want to be someone who didn't just follow the crowd, even though there's like millions of bodybuilders, but
still a very small fraction of the world.
Yeah, it's still a very niche thing, but still, it's like when I go to a outing or a social event, I'm still a little bit of a different person. And as weird as that might be to say, I kind of like that because I do something that not a lot of people can do. And I enjoy that aspect because it means that I'm doing some uncomfortable shit. And I just like to push myself. I think that part I've always been drawn to. Like even when I was doing martial arts as a kid, I've always like gone and competed and did those things and pushed myself because I never just wanted to be someone who did what everyone else did.
Yeah.
But I guess the direction you're looking to take this as well is more so around trying to
keep habits when you're not just working towards a big goal.
Yeah, like the habits that you have or like the habits you're implementing right now, whether that be, maybe you've gone from 3 sessions to 4 or 4 to 5 and, maybe you used to never go outside for a walk and now you're going for daily walks or whatever it may be. Like, I think it's important to look at it from how is this actually benefiting me as a human, not just how is this benefiting me for my goals.
Yeah.
Because like even a few conversations I've had with one of my clients, she's like recently moved away, living in a very beautiful area, close to the beach, all these things. And she wanted to implement like a morning routine for herself. And she wanted to not just hit her steps, but like include this routine. And she found it sometimes challenging to hit her steps and like hit a number. I'm like, don't look at it just as I need to hit 10K steps. It's like you are a human that also needs fresh air, you know, go outside, go explore where you are living. Like it's a new place for you. Put on a podcast, let it be some downtime for yourself. Like it's not just always about hitting the number or just, you know, same with your nutrition. It's not just about, I need to hit my proteins. Like why are you eating this protein? Oh, because it keeps me full. It supports my energy. It supports my digestion. It supports my goal, yes, at the end of the day, but like it's also a necessity as a functioning human.
Mm.
And I think when you start to look at it from that perspective versus just always like numbers and boxes hit, it becomes something like, oh, this is something I can do long term.
Yeah, well, a great way to look at it would be like brushing your teeth. You don't brush your teeth because...
You don't like brushing your teeth, but you do it anyway.
Yeah,
no one wants stinky breath.
Yeah, well, no one wants sticky breath, but you also don't want your teeth to fall out.
Yeah.
So you do it because you know it's like, it's going to benefit you in terms of longevity, but you don't look at it like, oh, like it's a number, it's a step goal I got to do every day. You know, it's just like something that you do because you know it's good for you. And that's an exact way that you could look at it. It's like, I'm going for a walk not because I need to get 10,000 steps. I'm going for a walk because it actually makes me feel good. You know, we've obviously been playing around with this on our rest days where it's like, you'll go for a walk in the morning, I'll go for a walk in the morning. And sometimes we'll do it together, sometimes we don't, but either way, it's still beneficial because of our mental health.
Yeah.
It sets us up for the day. It's something that's beneficial. Obviously, yeah, you have a step goal and that supports that, but you're not doing it for because if you wanted to, you could sit on the walking pad and do it. But you don't because you know that getting outside, having a slow morning once a week during the week that is beneficial to you.
Yeah. And even on that, like where I have taken that probably too far is I have just looked at it as the number. So I have been absolutely hammering that bloody walking pad. But I'm looking at it as well now. I'm like, okay, Kayla, like you also need to get outside. You also want to get fresh air. Like you've got a fucking beach day, you go watch the sunrise. So I'm putting like 2 and 2 together now.
Yeah, I mean, I did that yesterday with going to work at a cafe. It's like, I didn't work at a cafe, well, because I needed to. It's just because I could. And I was like, I spent a lot of time at home and I want to be in a different environment and that's going to benefit me mentally so that I can be more productive or maybe I won't be as productive. And I don't think I actually was. I think I would have probably got more done at home. But it was beneficial for me because I just got outside. I got to sit outside. I was in the public and got to get some sun on me, fresh air and have a coffee and just enjoy that. And there was no tick box reason for it other than it's just something that I knew was going to be good for me.
Yeah. And the same thing when we look at like nutrition as well. Like I think that's a really big one where people can kind of let things slide. And like I said before, previously, I looked at that as something just to tick the box for that specific phase. But then once it goes away, it's like, oh yeah, we'll just skip the breakfast. Oh yeah, we won't do the meal prep because like can't be fucked right now. I'm not dieting or I'm not building. So what's the point? It's like the point is that sets you up to function as an all human. You still need to eat regardless if you're dieting or not. You still need to eat enough food throughout the day to support your energy while you're working, to play with your kids, your nieces, your nephews, whatever it looks like. Like actually looking at these non-negotiables as your basic human needs and as a byproduct of that, that's what also gets you the result.
I think a good way to look at it is just how much time it saves you as well. So don't even think of it as it's like, oh, it's going to benefit my physique or I don't have a goal at the moment, but it's like, it sets me up to be more efficient with my day. And if you're someone who's naturally a bit busier with work or kids or whatever it might be, then you're gonna be saving a lot of time sacrificing the 1 hour a week to actually prep your meals. So that you have the other, however many hours in a week there are to just go do the other things that are the tick the box thing, but at the same time, you are benefiting yourself to still function normally. And just even think of it from the perspective of how much better you feel in terms of your mood, your energy, and your ability to actually focus at work. Like, as you said, the human functions of like what it takes to just like perform at a high level at work or as a mum or as a dad, like those things are so important. I have guys at the moment who are dads and they're like, oh, being able to be on top of my meal prep has allowed me to be more energetic with my family, has allowed me to be more engaging. And I actually spend like you treasure the moments that you do sit down and have a free meal or a more indulging meal with them because it's something special. It's not just an everyday thing.
Yeah. And I think another thing on that with the time saving, it's like how many minutes in a day do you think about what the fuck to eat, when to eat?
Yeah, that's more fatiguing.
Like, oh, I should meal prep, but I just can't be bothered. And you sit in the lounge for 10 minutes contemplating. Like, think about how much more time you're actually wasting on top of the actually not setting yourself up as well. Like, thinking about doing it is wasting more time than just actually doing it.
Yeah, it's decision fatigue.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, well, I could have this, but, you know, oh, this is more healthier, or, you know, oh, fuck it, I'll just have this. And you end up with going the option with one that was probably the thing that you would have just gone with originally. It was the first thing that popped into your head, but you didn't want to do it because it wasn't the healthiest. So you tried to sit there and work it out for 20 minutes, but you just ended up going with it anyway. And then you feel like shit after it because you're like, oh, should I have done that? Well, you know, I feel shit for not meal prepping, and it becomes like a spiral.
Yeah.
So whether if you just meal prepped it, then you would have been fine. And you would have just eaten it. And even if it was something you didn't want to eat for that day, that's fine. Like, save yourself a meal later on in the week where you go and have the thing that you felt like on that day. That's the other thing. I think a lot of people, not to go into too much of the nutritional side of things, I think the reason that people will have this really focused goal is that they'll, as you mentioned earlier, they'll try and make these huge shifts that don't actually align with their lifestyle. And then when they go back to their normal life, it doesn't actually fit. And then they'll put the weight back on, or then they'll let things slip, and then they feel like shit again and all those sort of things. It's when you're in those modes where you are working towards that goal and you are trying to move the needle towards there, it still needs to fit within what you're already doing.
Yeah. I think since we're just still on the nutrition topic, I think another thing with the meals as well is like, you know, what you're currently eating. Like, I know for the most part, like the people that we work with eat pretty well before they start with us. Like, what
they got the crux of it.
Yeah.
It's just the tweaks.
Yeah, the tweaks. But it's like they think they need to overhaul their whole meal structure and start eating like a completely different way. It's like, even when I write up one of my girls' meal plans, I'm like, what do you like eating? Because I'm not going to give you something, one, you don't want to eat. But we don't need to give you a whole new grocery shop just to make a meal plan, because when this ends, you're probably not going to want to keep eating it. So it's just like you're just fine-tuning the things you're already doing to match if it is a goal, or just to make it a better lifestyle for you to live.
Yeah, it's really funny. I said this on a call before. I was like, most of the meal plans and training programs I write, obviously they're very specific to the person. They all kind of start looking similar. Over time, that changes though, because you get better, your standards raise, and then we find also things that may or may not be working for you. And then maybe by, 12, 16 weeks later down the track, then maybe your meal plan might look completely different because you're at a point now where you are able to make big adjustments that don't feel like big adjustments. And that's just been a compounding effect over time.
Yeah.
Look at the way we used to eat when we started training as bodybuilders versus now. Completely different. I barely ate vegetables, so did you. We fit in a bunch of shit that didn't actually sit well with us and our digestion. And now we're doing complete overhauls of our nutrition, but it's not like it's a big deal because we know how to do that very easily. And we eat in a way that makes us not only perform well, but feel really good and looks after all the other things around it as well. Yeah. But that takes time.
Yeah. Constant refining, improving, and growing, as I like to say.
Yeah, well, you're just continuously raising sort of some level of standard based on what you're already achieving. But if you're not there yet, you can't make those changes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think because we're still on the topic of like making changes and I guess looking at progress in some way or another, how would you connect either, whether you coach this or yourself, like to your why that's beyond just like seeing progress with the scale, your physique? Like if you're not seeing progress there, like how do you connect back to your why to keep showing up anyway?
Oh, when you feel like you're not making progress?
Yeah.
I guess you just need to understand and have the conversation with either someone who's guiding you, like your coach or yourself, and just be like, is the thing that I'm doing going to move the needle forward, whether or not it is right now or not? So, for example, if you're training 4 or 5 days a week, your nutrition's on point, you're doing your stuff, but things aren't kind of happening as fast as you like them to, does that mean they're not working? Probably not. Like they probably still are working, but you just need to keep showing up and you need to become very process focused. I think you need to enjoy that process a lot more. It's similar to just like, at work, you don't know you're going to get a promotion, but you keep working as if that promotion's around the corner. Whether it happens in 6 or 12 months, you still show up because you know that eventually it will happen. But I always say the results that you have now is the result of the work that you've done over the past 90 days. So just because in those 90 days you haven't seen results doesn't mean on the 91st day you won't. It won't happen. So you need to be really aware of that bigger picture. And I say this all the time, zoom the fuck out. And it's hard to do it in the moment because as a human, we're so emotional about our results. We're so emotional about how we feel on the day. It's like, well, oh, I feel fat today, or I feel skinny. It's like, yeah, there could be like a million reasons behind why that might be the case, but it doesn't mean that it's true. It's very similar to me calling you like a bad name, like an idiot or something like that. But you're like, well, I'm not an idiot. I know that, but it doesn't mean that it's true. You know? I don't know. What's your advice on it?
I'd say that's pretty much what I would have said as well. I think I think when you're pursuing a goal like a physique goal or a fat loss goal, anything like that, like it's obviously the big outcome you want at the end of the day, but like you're also not going to get there unless you do all these things anyway.
Yeah.
So that's why you need to be process focused, because like you can't put a big emphasis on the result because that's not what's going to get you the result.
Yeah, 100%. And I also think in regards to all of that as well, it's the goalpost is always going to move anyway. Like you're going to achieve this big outcome and then you're going to say, I want to be bigger, or I want to be leaner. I want to do it again, but better. And you're always going to realize there's more and more to give. And that's where that standard would raise. But you need to really slow down sometimes because it's like us. Like we did the photo shoots. Now we want to bodybuild. I did a show. Now I want to get bigger. And it's like, it's just going to continue to get bigger and bigger. And the goalpost always moves because even with work, when you make 50, 60, 70, 80, 100K, you hit that 100K mark, it's a big deal. Then you adjust your lifestyle according to the money that you make, and then you want to make 200K. So you're always going to want the bigger outcome, the better you get. But if you're not seeing the progress straight away, it doesn't mean that you need to stop doing it because those habits build up over time and get you that big outcome.
Slay.
Slay?
I think that's that.
We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.